Hello again, everyone. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. It's been an interesting one for me today. I'm sure you're wondering. I always have an interesting day. Well, I think you make it what you want it to be. Anyways, so yes, day 7. We're on day 7 of Unveiling the Civility Advent Calendar, and it's been an amazing time here with you all. Thank you for your feedbacks. Thank you for the likes, shares. I really do appreciate it. For the benefit of those who are just joining us, I did mention when we started that the nuggets this year will be taken from a book by Dr. P.M. Funny, and it's called Choosing Civility. So like I said, we're on day 7, rule 7 of the 25 rules of considerate conduct. So what does rule 7 say? Don't speak ill. Dun, dun. Does that ring a bell to anyone? Let me read the quote that we've got here before I talk a little bit about this. It says, nobody ever gossips about other people's secret virtues. True that. And then this is by Bertrand Russell. Seriously, I'm sure you would agree with me that nobody ever gossips about other people's secret virtues. It's always the ones that are not right, the ones that need help, adjustment and all, like we don't have ours. Anyway, this is saying to us today, don't speak ill of others. If we are guilty of this, which I believe sometimes you don't necessarily want to do, but you do have people who come around, maybe because of what they've experienced with the individual, and they're really upset and they just feel it's so easy to lash out and say all sorts of things. Please, 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 we're being told today, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not nice at all. Dr. Foney said a few things that can make you feel good about doing that. And some of the things he said is, well, finding faults in others a lot of times makes you think or feel better because you think, well, at least I'm better. I don't do that. Sometimes you do that because you're in competition with the other person. Sometimes you do that because you're not even sure about yourself, really. So you're thinking, well, maybe they're not sure about themselves too. Also, he said something about it's less demanding for you to say things about other people, unlike if you have to think about your own follies. So we all do have our faults, and he's encouraging us, let's not participate in speaking ill about other people. As much as possible, we want to do right. Do right by not causing any issues, grievances, offenses, or even sowing a seed where other people are beginning to see the other person in the light of who you've portrayed them to be. Unfortunately, some people don't even try to get to know the other party. They just work based on whatever it is that you told them. And if you find yourself in that circle, I guess you can excuse yourself or let the person who is telling you know that you're not really interested and you feel very uncomfortable doing that. I recollect there was a time in my life when I didn't just give my life, I just rededicated my life as a Christian, a born-again Christian. And I thought to myself, all these people around me, I want them to know that I have something that is different from what they have or that exists. And I thought the best way or the easiest way for me was to be able to mix with everybody freely and not have anything to hold me back. I suppose that sort of really helped me in life to be able to connect with people. Now, I'm not saying I don't find myself in places where people are doing this or trying to do this. Or sometimes I'm upset myself and I want to just lash out, and I remember and I'm thinking, don't go there. So I think we can actually train ourselves, but it's all about self-discipline. It did say here as well, it said, sometimes you always have to remember that even those people saying those things, it might just turn, and if it's the reverse, they probably will do the same to you. So you might be enjoying talking about someone else today. How about if it's your turn tomorrow? And he said something quite interesting, which I believe if you were a child, you would probably just laugh at, is the fact that, guess what? People who do that show that they're cowards, because are you not able to say that in front of whoever it is that you're having an issue with. That's why you have to discuss it behind them. I think it's just civil that we try as much as possible, settle our discords as much as we can, and stay away from talking about other people when they're not present. I mean, especially when it's not good. All right. So how can you avoid it if you find yourself in situations like that? You can leave. You can change the topic. You can let whoever it is talking about that issue know that I'm not interested. I'd rather talk about something else, or say something positive about that person so that they know that it's not all bad. There's always a good in every bad. So there's good in everyone. And I think it's better we look at the bright side of life. And he said something about when you say to young children, how about making nice? So that tells us that nice is not something that comes naturally at times. It's something we have to put an effort into doing. So are we prepared to put the effort into ensuring that we make our conversations more civil by not speaking ill of other people and trying to find the good in them, and not make ourselves feel better by talking about people? I'm sure we're taking so much from these sessions or series. I beg your pardon. Have a wonderful one. I will be back again tomorrow. Take care. It's always wonderful to be here before you. Thank you for watching. Buki Odushote.